What's up, everybody? I wanted to talk today about the old consoles. That's right, PS3 and 360. And why are they and high and why I said why are they still being supported to this day? Now, obviously, it's all going to happen. There's always going to be always going to be the old consoles. They're always going to linger on, just like the PS2, Xbox, GameCube, they latched on for quite some time. Actually, I don't remember the GameCube and original Xbox, lingering on that much. It was really only the PS2 that did, and the PS2 got discontinued only a couple of years ago. It finally went away. It lasted 13 years. It's pretty impressive, but the PS2 didn't even get fully supported on uh was like last fully supported in like 2008. That was when they like stopped fully making games for it. They kind of just stopped making games for PS2 altogether. Then they only really put like the FIFA games on it. The FIFA and PES was the last two remaining PS2 games ever made. So these PS3 and 360 games, a lot of these haters, they're like, oh man, they're still making 360 PS3 games. Well, so what's the point of buying a new console? Well, you're getting the watered down version. You're getting the poverty version of the game, basically. Now, I hate to sound like an asshole or something. That's like, oh, I have this new console, take that. But I was even saying this when I didn't have a PS4 or these new consoles. I've always been saying this. Like, what's the point of playing the old watered down version, a poverty version of a game, when you could just wait and play the better version? Like, I never understood that. That's like so backwards. It really is, and it's really frustrating. Like, why it's like, and the only reason why these developers do it is to get an easy cash grab for the people who don't have one. Uh, and it's upsetting that Black Ops 3 is going to be on these old consoles. Now, it is another team. I am aware of that. I wasn't aware at first until I heard about it later on, but but it still sucks though, that fact that it's on there. You know, I guess it's good that everybody gets to enjoy it, but even if I was in their shoes, I would say I don't want to play this version. I don't want to play a bad version of a game. I would want to play. If I'm not going to play like a PC version, I guess these PC, guys would say, "Oh, just play PC." But if you're not going to play PC, play the second or third best versions, and that's the Xbox One version or PS4 versions. You know what I'm saying? So there's no point in playing a very horrible version, and a lot of these people were disappointed that Fallout 4 is not coming to. By the way, I shall know. I just jizzed everywhere when I heard that announcement, and I watched the trailer to Fallout 4 about 30 times. But that's for another video. After E3, when we see gameplay and stuff, I'll make a video about Fallout 4 and how I feel about that. But anyways, uh, th- this whole conversation about oh, it's not coming to Fallout 4 isn't coming to PS3 and 360. This shouldn't even be a conversation. This shouldn't even be like a debate. It shouldn't even be a concern. You shouldn't even be sad that it's not even coming to PS3. Like, honestly, if I only had a PS3, if I was only a PS3 owner or 360 owner, I wouldn't expect Fallout 4 to come to those consoles. And even if I did, even if they did come, why the hell would I want to play that version of the game anyways? Like it really, you're really hurting yourself, and you're hurting the other people as well. You're hurting us, like the people who have the new consoles, uh, because you keep buying them, and like the more and more they get bought, the more times that these new games get supported with the old consoles. So it's really frustrating. Like Why would you want to? It's like I'm saying. Why would you want to play a watered down version? It's just play the either wait, play some old games. Hang in there till you get one. That's exactly what I did. When I didn't have a PS4 right away, I didn't like play all the new games. Like I didn't play like some of these like Dragon Age on PS3, or I didn't play any of these games that are on new consoles on PS3. The only one I played was Destiny, but I didn't even fully own Destiny. So like that was just, and I didn't even honestly I didn't play for that long. I played for a good month, and then my friend once I got PS4, I was kind of like, I would say I would go back to Destiny, but then I got all these other games and I got distracted and I never went back to it. I'm not really wanting to go back to Destiny. I mean, I'm talking about the Destiny about of this, but I'm kind of getting sidetracked and off topic here. But but that's the only one that I've played. What I did was, while I didn't have a PS4 yet, I played old games that I haven't played yet. Like, for these people who don't have a new console, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know why? Because this is your chance to play old games that you haven't played yet, like games to catch up on. That's if you're that type of gamer. Unless if you're only like those block, huge blockbuster AAA type game type of gamers, those swag type of gamers who only play like NBA 2K and Madden, or and then Call of Duty, then then I can't really help you that much. But if you like a lot of games and if you play a lot of games, then then you have plenty of time. There's nothing wrong with that. Hang in there until you do get one, but you could play these older games and catch up and everything. Why don't these people just do that instead of like continuing to buy garbage? Don't buy these new games. If I have any recommendation at all, if I have to help anybody, if somebody were to come up to me and say, "Hey, they got this one game, this new game came out on PS3. Should I get it?" I'll say, absolutely not. Just wait to get the PS4 version. Now, of course, graphics don't mean anything. Obviously, I play Fallout. That's not a very good-looking game, but it's just the point. Okay, the point is it's on an old console. I'm not going to continue to support. I don't want to continue to support. Developers to get away with things like this. And it doesn't reach the newer consoles to its full potential. The PS3 and 360 had a hell of a run. Hell of a run. A lot of games are on that. A lot of great games are on both of those consoles. And you could probably even argue the Wii. I'm not has a lot of great games for that console as well. But the point is that it's still being supported. This is 10-year-old hardware. This hardware has been around since 2005 and 2006. Why is it still being supported? And especially the PS3, and obviously, the 360 is less powerful than the PS3, obviously, but with the amount of like RAM and everything that the PS3 has, it's how slow it is. Oh man, it's so frustrating. But even the 360, like the 360, some of these games can't even like run because they require like multiple discs. I believe I heard that the complete edition of Battlefield 4 couldn't even be released on 360 because there was too much content where it could not be released on 360. That's what I read. I thought it was kind of, and I'm not. It's not being funny. It's not. But it's just the point. Like these newer games are coming out. Games are evolving. They're getting bigger, and we need these old consoles to just die off. And obviously, you could continue to still play PS3 and 360, but just buy older games and just stop buying the games for it, like the new current games today. You could continuously buy, you could continue to play the old games that you still have. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, God of War, Heavy Rain. The list goes on endlessly. So like I don't really understand this whole, why are we still talking about it? Even Sony said themselves, PS3 is not the focus anymore. Even Xbox, I'm sure Microsoft, Phil Spencer will still say this, would say the same thing. You know, like uh, it's crazy. It's really sad that it's still being talked about and still being supported. Now, obviously, really the only games that are gonna like be obviously there for the long haul are the sports titles. Those are the only ones that are ever gonna be like, there. Because like I said, the PS2 got supported up until 2013, and FIFA and PES were the last two games. So I can only imagine like FIFA and PES being supported till like 2025 or something, still being released on PS3, and the PS3s are like discontinued, 360s are discontinued, and they're still selling PES on PS3. Like there's gonna be something like that. But hey, what do you guys think about this? Like, do you think it's retarded? I think it is. I think it should just, get over the conversation. Get over it already. If you don't have one, and stop limiting yourself. Stop hurting yourself. Just wait to play the superior versions. Please, people, please. That's all I'm asking. I mean, and I know it sounds silly that I'm talking about what other people's are doing. Oh, mind your own business. It's just, it bothers me that people, I'm trying to help the other people. Like, help yourself by saving your money instead of paying $60, $50 for the inferior version. Just wait, man. Just wait. You will, once you wait, it'll be so worth it. Trust me. Trust me.